The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The pads are on, Jet fans. The Jets are on the practice field as we speak. And yesterday, Aaron Rodgers delivered an important message to every single Jet fan. We'll talk about that and much more. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season.
There goes my hero.
Oh,
We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go, Jet fans. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Reminder, the Jake Asman merch store is open. If you join the Patreon, you'll get 15% off on every item. You basically get Patreon for free because if you plan to buy merch, you're going to save more than $5. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Huge shout out to JJ Valator and Marinara, who are our two most recent Patreon subscribers. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about. Jets are on the field right now. First practice with pads. So football is quickly approaching. Hall of Fame game is this Thursday. We know that well as Jet fans from last summer. So soon enough, the season will be here. And obviously, the storyline this week, besides the pads coming on, is the ongoing Haason Reddick holdout. There was some thought that maybe a new deal would be signed after a report came out on Saturday that him and the Jets have had positive talks. I still think at the end of the day, the Jets and Reddick are going to work something out in the not-so-distant future. That said, we'll talk about Reddick as we move along, but let's get into some comments that were made over the weekend by Aaron Rodgers. I love this, right? Aaron Rodgers now has been a Jet going into his second season. I think he's got a good sense for this fan base.
As far as my beloved Jets fans, you know what? I got to meet a great one out in Tahoe, and he's passionate just like the rest of you men and women are. And it's going to be an up and down season, probably a lot more ups and downs, but just stick with us. Obviously, we want to stay healthy. Obviously, we got big dreams. It's been a rough stretch the last 13 years, but the tide is turning.
I like that. It's like he knows just how badly we're all starving for it in this fan base. And, the message there about there's going to be some downs is important because you could already see it. The Jets lose week 1, and it's going to be doom and gloom. This team stinks. And it's like you realize they played maybe the best team in the NFL. You realize they played the defending NFC champs in their building to start the season. So I like it. I like the message because here's the thing. The more I think about this, why wouldn't the Jets be one of the better teams in the league if they stay healthy? That's the bottom line. They need some luck from the injury gods. But if you tell me they're healthy, and mainly just Aaron, right? They could survive some injuries around them. No one's going to be 100% healthy. But if Aaron's out there and he plays like the top 10 quarterback, I still certainly think he's capable of playing like, this team is going to be very good. I saw it in person on Saturday. There's just too much talent on the roster around the quarterback. And the key in all this is staying healthy. That we certainly know. So I like that message from Rodgers because he's right. But this fan base is energized, man. Like, there's a lot of thought, are we going to get suckered in again? I won't fall for it. I think we should, I don't want to say fall for it, but I think we should have reasons to be optimistic and excited about what this team can do. I've been saying it for months already. Remove Jets from the helmet and tell me they're not one of the more talented teams in the league. I have them winning the AFC East. I have them going 12-5 right now. Could they be better than that? Sure. Could they be worse than that? Sure. But to me, your floor is 10. If you won 7 with a traffic cone at quarterback, why can't I sit here and say, with an easier schedule, your floor is 10 wins? And the more you look at the schedule, Jet fans, it is set up for the Jets to start fast. September 9th, you get your most difficult game out of the way. Then after that, in Tennessee against Will Levis. And I'm not going to sit here and say Will Levis is a bad quarterback. We don't know. He's only in his second year. But you would think the Jets would have a sizable advantage in that matchup. They're a better team than Tennessee. Week 3, they need to destroy the New England Patriots in the home opener. Week 4, whether it's Bo Nix, Jarrett Stidham, or by some miracle it's actually Zach Wilson, they got to win that game. Week 5 against the Minnesota Vikings, either Sam Darnold starting or a rookie in J.J. McCarthy. I'll take my chances. Week 6, that's where you get that first true litmus test. Because week 1 is a weird week. You could say it's a test, but we've seen some quirky things in week 1 happen over the years. And it's a non-conference opponent. Week 6 is the first, I think, like true litmus test for the Jets. At that point, you would have already played 5 games. Rodgers would have already shaken off the rust. You're at home. It's the team that has won the division 4 years in a row. That's the game, man. And I think the schedule sets up for the Jets to be 4-1 going into that game. But what do you notice about this schedule once again? No Kansas City. No Baltimore. No Cincinnati. If you're doing a power rankings of the top quarterbacks in the AFC, Mahomes is in the top 4. He's number 1. Lamar's in the top 4. Burrow's in the top 4. Allen is in the top 4. You play him twice. And then outside of that, are we sure Tua's great? He's good. Are we sure Trevor Lawrence is great? He's good. Are we sure C.J. Stroud is great? He might be. Let me make that clear. He might be. But right now he's still good, and the Jets did beat him head-to-head last year. I don't know what Anthony Richardson is yet. I don't know what Drake May is. I do know Brissett is a fine, capable backup. I don't know what Bo Nix is yet. I know what Sam Darnold is. He stinks. It's not as bad as Zach Wilson, but he's not good. I don't know what J.J. McCarthy is. Like, go through it. The Jets in a lot of games this year have not just a better quarterback advantage, a sizable quarterback advantage. That matters. That absolutely matters when you break down the state of affairs. So I think Rodgers is right. Yeah, there's going to be some lows. The Jets are definitely going to lose a game that they're not supposed to. But this team, if healthy, and that's the biggest thing, if healthy, they got as good a chance as anyone. All right? That's how you got to look at it. But I like that message from Rodgers. Here's more on the Jets. Good Morning Football is back on NFL Network after months away as they move studios from New York to L.A. Peter Schrager, usually always high on the Jets in his analysis. Here's Schrager on the Jets from this morning's Good Morning Football.
You know, Jamie, we see Rodgers right there, and it's so hard not to be intoxicated and look at that and be like, he looks good, he seems good, he seems fresh. Yeah. In New York this summer, every step I took, it was, they look good on paper, but I learned my lesson last year. Not this year. I'm not falling for it this year. The Jets, to me, are the biggest storyline going in because it's like we press reset and it's a redo. Everything about last year that we were excited about in August, everything last year from the Hall of Fame game to Hard Knocks to Rodgers coming out with that flag, we can redo it. He's a year older, a year wiser, and I think this team's better on paper.
Sure. Oh boy.
They added Tyron Smith, okay? Vera Tucker's healthy. They drafted Olu, the big offensive lineman. They look better. They seem better. Rodgers is content. And yet the storyline is, do we fall for it again?
Yes.
And do we do this again? Do Jets fans have the heart, the energy, the soul to go through this entire thing again, fall in love, get excited, and then set themselves up for a potential disaster?
They've been hurt so many times.
They have been hurt since 1969, every single year, Kyle. And they'll tell you, the first thing out of a Jets fan's mouth is like, I've been a fan since Namath.
Yeah.
And like,
I go way back. My old man, not my dad. My old man.
My old man, and we were at Shea. They look great on paper. I was with the Jets in May. I went to one of the OTAs. I was there. I walked the grounds. Like, everyone's in the greatest mood, and they're like, this year we're a little under the radar. You're not under the radar. You got Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. I think that's the biggest storyline because last year I picked them to win the AFC East. I thought they'd be a playoff team. Rodgers goes down 4 snaps, and then we say, okay, well, you can't really blame me. Asterisk. Rodgers is healthy, and he seems healthy up here. And the rest of the team seems to be on the same page. Really good, really young, and one of the best quarterbacks ever. My biggest storyline this week and going into this season is this the year, not last year, is this the year that the Jets are going to be the team that we're talking about in January?
So here's the thing I would say to Schrager's comments there. The Jets can never be under the radar because they have Aaron Rodgers, but they certainly are flying under the radar from what the expectations are nationally about what this team is. Like, it is shocking to me the perception of the Jets versus the reality of what they are. The perception is this team was a disaster last year. They won 2 or 3 games. The reality is with no quarterback, so they were a disaster on one side of the ball, they still won 7. And how many games did they lose by less than 6 points? Where if you just had below average quarterback play, you probably win at least 2 or 3 more. Average quarterback play, you're a 10 or 11 win team last year, despite the issues with the offensive line and the difficult schedule. This team was 4-3 last year. That's the difference. And the thing I would agree on as well, and we've talked about this a lot on the show, and hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Submit your questions, anything Jet related, for me to answer as we go rapid fire and then take your calls coming up here in a second. The thing I would bring up, and I agree with Schrager there, the Jets do have a better roster in 2024 than they do in 2023. The 2 biggest differences with the Jets is they, one, have a much better backup quarterback situation this year than they do last year. We don't need to rehash the Zach Wilson debacle, but Tyrod Taylor blindfolded is an upgrade over what they put out there last year. That's big. Then you look at the offensive line. The Jets have a good offensive line. If they're really healthy for a year, it's a great offensive line. If Tyron Smith plays 12 or 13 games and Olu fills in average to above average as a rookie, which I think is fair, this is an offensive line that is at least good. From left to right, Tyron Smith, John Simpson, Joe Tippmann, AVT, Morgan Moses, with Warren and Olu as your tackle backups, is way better than anything they had last year. That's the biggest difference with the team besides Tyrod replacing Zach Wilson. Aaron's Aaron. And yeah, he's 40 coming off injury, but I saw him on Saturday. That don't look like a 40-year-old. That looks like a guy who's healthy. That looks like a guy whose arm is still unreal. And his brain works. We know that. So at the end of the day, the roster is just better, man. And eventually when they get Reddick signed, he's better than Bryce Huff. He is. And Sauce is better now in year 3. And Jermaine's better now in year 3. And Quincy now has established himself as first-team All-Pro. Go down the list. Will McDonald probably is going to be good. Track record tells me the Jets know what they're doing on that side of the ball. That's how you got to look at it. Mike Williams, upgrade as the number 2 receiver over Allen Lazard. Malachi Corley, better than what they had in place last year. Gibson, better in year 2. Garrett Wilson with a real quarterback. Think about what he does. Brees, not on a pitch count. Brees, not coming off injury. Better. Like, if you tell me they're healthy at the main positions, most notably quarterback, I don't even think it's close. So this team won 7 with no quarterback last year. Now I think, even if you hate the Jets, you'd have to agree their team is better from a talent perspective this year than it was last year. Why aren't they going out there and having the minimum expectation of 10 wins or more? That's how you got to view it. Lasso writes in, also second year in the offense. Yeah, say whatever you want about Hackett and this offense, but you're not teaching guys a new system this year. That does matter. We saw Salah's defense go from worst in the league to top 3 in the league second year in the system. So I think that matters. I think that's important. Your thoughts on Rodgers' message, your thoughts on what Peter Schrager had to say, comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line, folks. We are looking for more channel members. If you caught yesterday's show, it was a wild one featuring Bobby Midnight, the Bobby Midnight lamp emoji. If you didn't see yesterday's show, you're going to be like, what the hell? Go back and watch. This is our next emoji, but we need another 50 members or so to be able to add it. So please consider hitting that join button and becoming an official AsManiac. If you want the hat I'm wearing, it is in the merch store, jakeasman.com/shop. Get your merch. We're doing a giveaway on social media right now. We gave away some hats last week. I'm giving away some shirts this week. All you need to do to be eligible is follow me on Twitter @JakeAsman, Instagram @JakeAsman, and I add your name to a list. If you want more than one entry, then follow @JakeAsmanShow on Twitter and Instagram. It's the same handle for each. The link to my personal handles is in the description for this video. Get yourself some AsManiac merch, jakeasman.com. Also, before we open it up to some of your calls and we get to some super chats here, we have our meetup 1 week from this Wednesday. Don Jose Mexican Restaurant, East Hanover, New Jersey, 7 p.m. BYOB, Jet fans. It's going to be a blast. Great Mexican establishment, 15 minutes from the Jet facility in Florham Park. Celebrate the start of the season with food, drinks, Jet chants, and much more. Join me and Richie from Jets Media. We'll be out there on Wednesday, August 7th. That's next Wednesday in East Hanover, New Jersey. All right, we got open phone lines right now. If anyone wants in on the conversation, here we go. Let's get to some of your comments as we get things rolling. Famous Jay cuts the line with a super chat. Aaron Rodgers, RELAX, relax, take a puff. I got this. Well, I'll tell you what. I feel very confident that if he's out there, he's going to play well. That's just how I look at it. I don't see why he wouldn't. Famous Jay. This is for you.
RELAX. Relax.
Duncan writes in, easier schedule than 2023 with a better team and a much better QB. That's the bottom line. Agreed. Jets Johnny says, got my merch today, rocking the Charles Gorman tank. Let's go, Jets Johnny. Folks, stay tuned. Jets Johnny and Will M have a new song that we're going to debut a bit later on in the program today. The latest track for the AsManiac album is set to debut during today's show. Curly says they will lose the Arizona game because I'm flying out for it. Curly, you son of a gun. Matthew says, Patriots likely to be the worst team in the NFL this season. No Brady, no success for that franchise. Remember the Colts in 2011 without Peyton Manning. Worst team in the league that season. Well, to be fair, they also lost Peyton Manning at the very end of training camp that year. He was ruled out for the year. So it's not like they had a contingency plan. But I don't think New England's a great team. I've said it. I don't think they are. They shouldn't be. They're either starting a journeyman or a rookie. Their talent's not great. That needs to be 2 wins for the Jets. What helps the Jets is when you play New England. Because you'd think New England will be better later on in the year once they make the transition to Drake May and he plays better towards the end once he gets more comfortable. You play New England in week 3. You play New England again in week 8. Of your first 8 games, 2 of them are against a team you are significantly better than. That needs to be 2 wins for the Jets. The path to winning the AFC East, I firmly believe, is a 4-2 record in division, with 2 wins needing to absolutely come up against the New England Patriots. Dan writes in, shout out to Jake Asman and Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7 for being featured in the DJ Origin story. Yeah, shout out to the Jets. They used my voice in DJ Reed's Origins documentary. Shout out to the Jets social team for that documentary team. They do a great job. Jesus Cherry says, Jake, did you watch Equestrian at the Olympics? Hashtag enthralling. Jesus Cherry, USA. USA. I did not watch that, though. I did not. Can't say I did. But I am rooting for America because I'm not like V-Man. I'm not a communist. Dun, 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 dun. I watched Team USA basketball yesterday. That happened. Duncan says, question, do you think Conklin and Hall are going to poach a good number of receptions from receivers? Not from Garrett, but from everyone else, yes. I think Hall might be second on the team in receptions. Rich says, thank God for Jake's show. It got us through the offseason. Rich, thank God for your support, man. Grateful for each and every one of you. Hope everyone enjoyed the Best of the Jake Asman show, episode 5 over the weekend. Channel members got it first before everyone earlier in the week, and I put it out on Saturday when I was out at Jets camp. Tyrone Garcia, he's got us with a channel member super chat. We are going to be great this year. It's our year, I believe. Go Jets. Sign me up for that. Kyle Clifton says, they better not lose to Arizona. My group has 16 tickets. Are you kidding me? Kyle, 16 of you? If they lose, we're blaming you. Addison writes in, are any of your wives wondering why you're excited for pads? LOL. I will say, pads being on today does excite me. Does excite me. I won't lie to you all. Let's see. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Please submit those. Keep the show rolling here. Give me a little Ask Me Anything. Peter Castro says, if not for Jake, we'd all go nuts. Amen. Tom says, Rodgers got his foot stepped on by one of the offensive linemen. Here's a tweet from Antoine Staley, who joins us today at 5 p.m. Eastern if you're tuning in late. Jets offense been off today. Rodgers fell to the ground after his foot was stepped on by either Joe Tippmann or John Simpson. Rodgers then proceeded to voice his displeasure. Better this happen now than when the games matter. I wish we had Hard Knocks this summer, man. Prestige writes in. The casuals who say Rodgers ain't going to save the Jets are actually disrespecting insane talent around Aaron. He doesn't need to save the Jets. He's got enough help around him as a unit. I agree. That's why I laugh when it's like, you guys think Aaron Rodgers is going to lead you guys to the Super Bowl? Like, he's 40. Like, okay. Winning the Super Bowl is hard. Do I think Aaron Rodgers could join a 7-win team the last 2 years and take them to the playoffs and give them a chance to go on a run? Yeah, that's my expectation. Because the talent level is so good on the team that it is disrespectful to say it's just all Rodgers. No, it's not. Let's not forget why Rodgers was here in the first place. He knows he could win here. Dre writes in 28 touchdown island. We have a beautiful resort. Dre, you're nuts. You're insane. But I hope you're right. 28 touchdown island. The NFL record is 24, and Dre has Garrett Wilson scoring 28. Only in America, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Peter says, best roster in football, no doubt. It is as talented as any team. It really is. Matthew says, more likely to happen, Devontae trade midseason or Jermaine 12-plus sacks. I'll say Devontae midseason. Richard Todd, any news on Kinlaw? Kinlaw has looked good from what I've seen so far. Also, Rodgers is getting pretty pissed off at this practice here. The Jets are sloppy right now. So that's going to be the story for Antoine in the afternoon. Nate says, if Garrett Wilson has 28 touchdowns, I'll eat a bug on the Jake Asman show. You kidding me? Yeah. Jet Shoddy, did you see a picture of Cohen next to Allen? Did I see it? I saw it in person. David says, I believe the Jets with a healthy Rodgers can take down the Chiefs. I mean, they almost beat him with Zach Wilson last year, man. You know what's crazy about the Chiefs and the Jets? So Rodgers has never actually played the Chiefs in his career. He's never played Mahomes, I should say. He's played the Chiefs, but he's never played the Chiefs with Mahomes as the starter. One year they were supposed to play, Mahomes was hurt. The next year they were supposed to play, Rodgers had COVID. Last year, Rodgers on the Jets obviously was out for that game. So they've never actually played head-to-head. Ryed with a super chat. Thank you, Ryed. You cut the line. Outside of A-Rod, Brees, and Garrett, who do you think will be the most productive fantasy player for the Jets? I would snag Tyler Conklin. Now, Mike Williams will be good too if he's healthy, but I think Conklin, you could get him so late in your drafts because he's so underrated. I think Tyler Conklin's a great bet. That's what I would look to do. If you're in a league with a bunch of Jet fans, though, it's going to be tough. Purple Belt Mike says, I lost my membership, damn it. A lot of you have lost your membership. The only way to get it back is to sign up or hope that someone in the AsManiac community gives you another membership. Johnny Boy says, what's your take on in-game head coaching interviews to be required now? Those do nothing for me. I don't know what fan is like, you know what we need? We need more coaches talking to reporters in the middle of games. But what am I going to do? Curly says, be a man. Get your own membership. I added a baby AsManiac membership for $2.99. So if you don't want to pay $4.99, can I interest you in $2.99? Either way, pumped for the support we get in the community. Here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to debut a new song on the show right now. If you've been following the saga all summer, we have been able to put together an absolute banger of tracks ranging from punk rock, raps, country, you name it, we got a song that has always been made by a AsManiac listener. All right? Today's song is a collaboration. It's called Salute to the Chat. Listeners Will M. and Jets Johnny co-produced and co-edited this track you are about to hear. So, ladies and gentlemen, the debut on this show of Salute to the Chat.
Salute to the chat. Salute to the chat. Let's go. Bobby weapon jets, yeah, he's true and strong. But Allen and him never get along. Beefing every day, it's crazy TC. Pass the mic to Will and let's hear his decree.
Salute to the chat. Gary's takes a whack. Even plate of pasta, give me chicken with that. Ricky New York banging heavy metal. Alex got some beef that he's gotta settle. Carly selling shoes, she's a chicken nugget queen. Jenna G repping the 4% for Game Green. Johnny living life like cheaper by the dozen. V.I. wearing fit, stay as hot as an oven. Loosely coming in, man, time to get hype. Musical production spun Purple Belt Mike. AsManiacs, the best fans in the league. Another guest spot with the man boy green. Salute to the chat. Bobby with his hat, Australian Craig chillin' with the wombats. Mr. Bonesy selling shoes while Dre in the office. This one for the listeners, never be forgotten, man.
Vietnamese, Puerto Rican gold on this show with stories unfold. Just a roaster, play for bid. But next time, bro, take a moment and sit. Caught you napping, we are saw. Next time, keep it off the camera, y'all. We can't lose get the AsManiacs and thrive. Out there flying, got the chat alive. Energy up, spirits never low. It low ski, man, the chat's aglow. These nuts always in the mix. Dropping is making it slick. 500 in memberships, he's the man. These nuts doing it again. Yo, Charles Gorman got a request. Yo, mom's chicken noodle soup, it's the best. Send it out with your begging on our knees up over that goodness, pretty please.
Bravo. Shout out to Will M. Jets Johnny coming through for the people. Speaking of coming through, Ryan, welcome, my man. A 5 spot for the people. Thank you, Ryan.
Money, 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 money.
All right, here we go. Here we go. 5 from Ryan. Rich, purple belt Mike. There you go, Mike. You got your membership. Richard Todd, you got your membership. Christian A, you got your membership. Let's go. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. What a song we just played. We'll keep it rolling here. Shout out to everyone tuning in. Salute to the chat. Amen. Tarrant says, I'm seeing a Jake Asman Show soundtrack you're going to be able to purchase at the store. Ha! We'll make the album for free. Don't worry. What a line. Coop says, I'm way too pumped to see Jermaine Johnson this year. Me too. I think he's in for a big year. Big year. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is someone I saw call in to the Boy Grain program early this morning. He's got jet fever. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil is up next. Hello, Neil.
Got my merch. Sporting the bucket hat. You know, it's a little cool out today. I put the hoodie on. I was waiting for that one till September. But I'm doing the sunglasses and I'm doing my low ski. You know, I want to look like low ski with this on. You know what I mean? My boy low ski.
Let's go.
Well, I can't wait to chop it up with at one of the games. And he and I are going to be on top of things, yelling out Jets chants and melting people's earlobes. Because that's what it's going to be like this season, baby.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the Losk. And see, I look a little like the Losk with this on, right, Jake?
You're going full King Lowski. I love
I'm going full King Lowski. He's got to get a nice cigar in his mouth, too, Lowski.
I love it. The bucket hat looks great, Neil. I ordered one for myself.
I love
you got
it,
it
man.
before
I
me.
love it. I wore it all weekend. I like the bucket hat. It really looks cool. And I'll tell you something. This hoodie, very comfortable. Very comfortable. I think it might. Either I'm a fat bastard or you should size up a little bit on. I got the 2X, and I know it's good. But didn't somebody say you want to size up or something like that?
Size. So if are you normally a 2X, you should go 3X then.
No, yeah, it's good. 2X's usually swim on me, but this one fit me. So that means, you know what I'm saying? It might be, if you're an XL, go double X.
Yeah, on hoodies, we it says on the website, hoodies go a size up. I'm normally a medium. I went large on my hoodie, for example.
Okay, there you go. So that's something to note. But the quality is excellent. The logos, everything is high quality. You could tell right away. It's top notch.
Glad to hear that. You got a polo coming your way too, Neil. It's on its way.
All right. Thank you, Jake. Not necessary, but thank you.
You could wear it on the golf course. Come on now.
Yeah. I did a lot of golfing this weekend, but it's all about. I just got done watching the the practice from today, you know, the pregame practice with the guys. It's smoking, man. It is really, I got to tell you, man, it's smoking. I'm so excited for this season. It's back to business now. Enough of this bullshit about preparing and this and that. We're finally here. And this is when we turn the juice on and we start watching everything happen. And it's totally, totally exciting. I couldn't be more excited. And that was a great rap. I wasn't included in that rap. I'm a little disappointed to hear. I was listening for my name. I didn't get in that little chat rap, but I'm not a chat guy. But anyway, very excited. I'm hoping I can make the 17th. I'm trying to move some things around and that we'll see what happens. It's tough. Everybody's getting married this month. I don't know what it is. You know, I'm at the stage now where my kids, my siblings' kids are getting married. You know, they're all in their late 20s. So I got weddings. I got divorce parties from the ones that got married 2 years ago and stuff
Divorce?
like
That's
that.
a thing?
No, I'm
Divorce
only
parties?
kidding. No, I'm only kidding. You know, my father-in-law is an old-time Italian. I'll tell you this quick one, you know, and he is known for giving huge wedding gifts, but he does not like to do destination weddings. So my nephew got married in Colorado, and he did one of these ceremonies in the trees in the forest with redwood trees, and it was you walk down a dirt path and you go to this beautiful setting with these giant red oaks, and they do the ceremony. And my father looks at me, he says, "This thing ain't gonna last. This wedding here, this marriage is not gonna last." You're a broken Italian. So, needless to say, about 9 months later, they got divorced. And every time my father sees his nephew, he goes, "I want a refund on that check I gave you. I want a refund." Oh, he bust his shop so bad. It was the first divorce in our family in about 15 people. And this kid is getting ridden like you can't believe. But
Damn.
anyway, enough of that. Let's go, baby. Lowski, get go. I want to hear a Lowski today. Where is he? Get
Neil,
Lowski in there.
you're the man. He's watching. I saw him comment. You're the man, Neil. I can't wait for the season, man. Thanks for rocking the merch. It looks great.
Excellent. Everybody get your merch. Goodbye.
These goddamn exploding cigars. I gotta go, Jake. I'll call back later. Shit.
Excellent call from Neil there. He's got his bucket hat. He's got his hoodie. I'll say it again. We've said it since the store opened. These T-shirts, we've been told, are true to size. Obviously, hats are hats. Hoodies, size up. If you're a large, go XL. If you're a medium, go large. Size up hoodies. Size up hoodies. I love it. Neil going full Lowski, the bucket hat, the shades. Tremendous. Merch store, jakeasman.com. jakeasman.com. The teddy bear has been a hot seller. 2 sold over the weekend, baby. Yeah. We're going to add some more merch as we go. And I'm doing a giveaway if you tuned in late. You have to be subscribed to the channel. And then follow me on Twitter at Jake Asman, Instagram at Jake Asman. And I'm adding your name to a list and we'll send you any t-shirt of your choice. We picked some hat giveaway winners over the weekend. So we're ready to roll. Dan the Man says, love the hat. Thank you, Dan. This is the trucker hat. It is quality. Purple Belt Mike says, Jake, for the start of the Knicks, can we get a blue and orange version? Oh, absolutely. You want a shirt, Mike? You want a hat? John says, training camp practice tickets in 1 minute. Go now. Get your training camp tickets, Jet fans. Go, go, go. And if you have extras, I'm distributing them to fans. I usually check with my Discord first. And I say, hey, who needs tickets for this date? And then we send them that way. We got some great fans who have secured tickets. And then we give it to them. I will be giving away 2 for tomorrow's practice after the show today in the Discord. So if you're a Patreon user, check the Discord if you want in. Tom writes in, a divorce party is basically similar to a bachelor party. That was my interpretation of it as well. The idea of a divorce party is hilarious. I love it. Open phone lines for anyone who wants in. Coops, he's got us with a super chat. Coops, I appreciate you, man. I was going to wait to be all in and excited for the Jets, but, man, I can't stop the gangrene fever. We look way too good on paper. AFC East champs. I got a great story about the Jets I was going to share on the show, and I just remembered to share it. So yesterday I played on my brother's softball team. And the team we were playing, they were wearing all green. Like that was their uniform color. And there was a guy that had a Jet hat on. And every time he stepped up to the plate yesterday, I was playing second base and I screamed out, 12-5 AFC East champions. And like the team we were playing, they got a kick out of that I just screamed that every time this guy who had the Jet hat on was up to the plate. So fast forward now to the end of the game. And my brother's team is so bad. Oh, my God. Like, they're so bad that we only got one. I only got one at bat hitting like seventh because we got mercy ruled in like 25 minutes. Like, I've never seen a softball team this bad. Like, they are horrendous, to put it in perspective. That said, after we got mercy ruled, the umpire comes up to me, and he's an AsManiac. He's like, I recognized your voice. So I want to give some love to Bruce, the softball umpire at Central Park, North Meadows, Field 7 yesterday. All right? He's an AsManiac. He's like, I knew that was your voice when you were yelling at the guy 12-5 AFC East champions. So shout out to Bruce. All right? He was tremendous. And I said, man, you're going to have to give these guys some calls because they certainly could use it. All right? From one Jet fan to another, So shout out to Bruce if you're watching. All right? Great umpire. For those curious, in my one at-bat, 0 for 1. Didn't make any errors on the field, though, so that was good. Also, I got a great softball story here that Carly in the chat knows already. So yesterday, Carly hosted an Olympics party that I was attending, literally an Olympics watch party, right? And she gave out to everyone in attendance fake gold medals. So I had one of these gold medals on. I had my American flag out of my backpack, right? So it was like in the back here. And then I had my gold medal around my neck. So I'm walking through Central Park, and I got stopped twice by random people who actually thought I was some sort of Olympian because I had a Team USA shirt on. I had the flag coming out of my backpack, and I had two people stop me in Central Park thinking that I was an Olympian that happened to be, I don't know, not at the Olympics yet or something. They're like, what sport do you play? Like, you want a gold? And it was like the funniest thing having to tell these people, no, this 5'8" guy you see with American stuff on and a fake plastic gold medal is not actually an Olympian. But I do have this flag now because I'm not a communist like V-Man. You know what's funny? I saw someone in the chat. Nate says, shake my head, Taurus. These were not Taurus. That's what was wild to me. Like, this was my medal here. I mean, I appreciate it. I am a winner, but I'd imagine the gold medals they give out in Paris are probably, a lot nicer. That's just a hunch, though. I took gold in giving Jets takes. That's my medal. USA. USA. All right. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now, live from one of the most expensive places in New York City, Mr. Bonesy. Normally, this is when the intro plays, like this.
The only thing better than all them shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
I didn't put him on. I'm having a bad show. Bonesy, there you are.
What's up, buddy?
How we doing?
Dude, you're a better man than me. I would have totally fucked mess with those people.
Well, I just started laughing.
Like, oh, you didn't see me in the triple jump?
I just started laughing. I was like, there's no way they think this plastic thing is real. It's also so tiny. It's not a real metal.
The fact that they're not tourists is even better. That's a great story. Oh man. So what's up, man? Did you watch the Garrett Wilson or the Jermaine Johnson origin stories?
I haven't watched Jermaine's yet. I watched Garrett's, and I started DJ Reed's because I used my voice in a couple of the scenes I saw, but I haven't finished it yet.
Nice. I gotta watch DJs too. You know, I was surprised that they did DJs because I thought they were doing like real core players that probably are gonna be here for a while, and maybe that's a little hint that that DJ ain't going nowhere. I don't know. That's a little something to think about. You know, he might be a homegrown that we're just. He might surprise us next year and not be chasing the bag. Maybe he wants to come back. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I mean, it's crazy things happen in the NFL, man. If you never know. I don't completely rule it out.
Right, especially with, God forbid we go to the AFC Championship game or Super Bowl, we don't win it, and people want to run it back. You can have one more shot with Rodgers. I could see some people instead of going and getting a big 3-year, multi-deal, they'll take a 1-year big contract just to come back and make another run at it.
100%. Look, I think you just hope that he balls out contract year and the rest kind of takes care of itself. Like, you worry about that problem a year from now. Maybe Quantez Stiggers is the real deal, and he's the heir apparent.
You don't need him. All right, but man, the Garrett Wilson one. The Jermaine one was good, but the Garrett Wilson one was fantastic. I'm going to training camp next Saturday. Shout out to Jay Quest for the tickets.
Will I be seeing you there, Bonesy?
You're going Saturday too?
Oh, if you're going, I feel like I have to go.
Oh, shit. It's going to be awesome. Now, I'm bringing the family, so I'm not going to be as, engaged as I'd like because I'm going to have the 3 kids and we're outnumbered, but you're going to get to meet the wifey and the kids, so that's exciting.
I'm very excited. I do plan to be there Saturday. Now, I did see the practice at 11, not 10, which does throw things off for me, but I'm going to try to be there.
That's awesome, man. I'm going to be calling Garrett Pickles now. That's his new nickname to me. His mom said on the thing that his real name when he was younger, he made everyone call him Pickles. So I'm going to start calling Garrett Pickles, and I love that story that his dad told, man, when they were on the cruise ship. And they were playing 4-on-4, and they were running the court, and then they went to 5-on-5 the next day. And Garrett came in as a 9-year-old and was dusting everybody. Like, he's just special, man. He's a special guy. I love that origin story. That shit had me pumped, man. I can't wait to wear. I'm wearing my Garrett on Saturday. So,
Bonesy, I'll see you there.
Let's go, baby. JTS.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bonesy checking in. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you're tuning in. We have added 5 channel members so far. For those who missed yesterday's show, you missed a lot because there's a reason why Bobby's lamp is currently projected to be our next channel emoji. Shout out to listener Joseph who sent me this. Just to recap practice here, and we're going to go more in depth when we have Antoine Staley join us. Let me just read you some tweets. Brian Costello, practice over. Defense wins day. Joe Tippmann's high snaps, something to watch. Samini, practice over. Brutal day for offense. Completely out of whack. Sometimes this happens after a day off. Main concern should be Tippmann, who had a Spencer Long kind of day. At least a half dozen off-target snaps in shotgun. You guys know we are a pro Joe Tippmann program. I'd rather this happen now than when the games count, but that is certainly something they got to get fixed and get on the same page about. But this happens, man. Also, here's the thing to remember, too, when it comes to the offense struggling, right? The Jet defense is really good. So the fact that the offense was cooking them the first couple of days, you don't think the defense wants to respond? You don't think they're going to have some pride? You don't want the offense to win every day. More tweets here. Jets offense had a rough go in first padded practice. I had Rodgers completing 8 of 13 passes. Rodgers threw a pick deflected off Allen Lazard's hands, a bad drop, and was sacked at least 3 times. A couple bad snaps, had his foot stepped on during a handoff, and he was pissed. His best pass was a sideline throw to Garrett Wilson. Otherwise, was an unproductive day for the starting offense. Now, I'll say this. 8 of 13 being a bad practice is a lot better than some of the other stat lines we've gotten in training camp in previous years. So, it is what it is. One day. Now you want to see how the offense responds tomorrow. The bad snaps is the biggest takeaway, though, because that's something that Tippin's got to clean up. We all understand that. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Love with a super chat. 12-5. Who are the losses to? Shout out to SJ. I don't know who the losses are to. I just know that if I think the Jets are going to go 13-4, I'm going to knock off a win because I don't want to be overconfident. That's how I'm looking at it. Will M says, get the sloppy play out of the way. We got this. I agree. Elton says, Tippin had a few high snaps at the practice I was at, too. He did. On Saturday, he had at least 2 I counted. It's first day of pads, though. There's an adjustment. NFTR says, can we all just take a second to appreciate that we don't have to talk about Zach Wilson anymore? No, you're right. Look, here's the thing with Zach Wilson. He didn't draft himself. I don't think he's a bad guy. He just wasn't a good quarterback. And he's gone. So to honor Zach Wilson, we play this.
Stop. What's up, Jake?
You're embarrassing yourself.
No shit.
Stop.
Let me ask you something, Asman. What do you think of Zach Wilson?
He stinks.
Thank God he's gone. He never scores no fucking touchdown.
He stinks.
The second pick for number 2 destroyed the Jets' cause.
He stinks.
AsManiacs kick so much ass, but some of them, they kill the vibe and make the show a freaking mess, so Jake reminds them.
He stinks.
When Allen calls, he speaks the hate. That cartoon douche, he trashed the Jets. Let Bobby know, cause he's the man who will find him.
He stinks.
Another call comes from the car. Distorted voice and no Wi-Fi. That's JJ with crap ass phone just cut off the call.
He stinks.
Is that gas station pizza? Come on, Gary.
He stinks.
Chicken don't go with pasta. Let's get out of here, Jake.
The guy is terrible. Enough.
And that's the only time we need to talk about Zach Wilson, baby. Da, 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 da. All right, more calls right now. Hit the like button. Otherwise, I'm convinced you're not an American. All right? Craig in Australia is not an American, but guess what? He loves our country. He hits the like button. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob, the Jet fan from Glenhead, is up next. Hello, Rob.
How's it looking, Jake?
Rob, you look handsome as hell in your AsManiac hoodie, man. Tremendous.
Looks good, right, buddy? I like it.
You go a size up? What size is the big man?
I'm double X.
Nice.
I'm a big dude. I mean, I'm a little bit bigger than big fellow. He's got me an inch on height. He's 6'4", I'm 6'3", but he said he's 280. I'm 289, so I got almost 10 pounds on him. So I needed a double X. And then you also said that it fit, that you had to go up a size, correct?
The hoodies run a size small, so we recommend getting a size up.
Yeah, hoodie. I got the hoodie. And so I listened to your advice, and it fits good. I mean, the first day I put it on, I was a little paranoid. I was like, oh, my God. I go, does this fit right? And then I put it on today, and I was like, oh, no, feels good. It fits perfectly. I'll be careful the way I wash it. But you said they're pre-shrunk already, Jake?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about that, right?
You should be good, Rob.
I'll wash it in cold water just in case, just to take all the precautionary, because I want it to last. I love it. I think it looks awesome. It's good looking, right?
I love it, Rob. You look good.
And look what.
There goes Rob. He was going to say his Aaron Rodgers jersey came, which I'm happy about. I'll say it again. Size up on the hoodies. Nate says, is Tippmann still rocking the mullet? Did he change his hair? Is that the culprit? I think he's still rocking the mullet from what I've seen. Zachary says, are we worried about Tippmann's high snaps? I don't think we should be worried about it, but it's certainly something that, you want him to clean up. It's fine if it happens on July 29th. It's a problem if it happens on September 9th. That's the bottom line. He'll get on the same page with Rodgers, though. He just had a bad day. I'm not going to do doom and gloom on July 29th. We go back to Rob, who we lost connection to. Rob, you were going to show off the Aaron Rodgers jersey.
What happened? I lost connection?
You tell me. You just left. You went all Ricky NY on us.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I just wanted to show you the shirt.
Looks good.
Yeah, I love it. Right? Looks good.
It looks very good.
Yeah, I mean, for what you pay for it, it's good. It's good. I mean, it's a good deal, like you said. It took about 15 days to arrive, but very happy. It fits. It's good looking. I love the black. I'm like Bonesy. I love the color black. I love the color black. Outside from that, I felt a little bit bad for Bobby yesterday with the lampshade. I mean, I was cracking up laughing, but I felt bad for him getting up 4 or 5 times, poor guy. But
the people in the chat just didn't like to see a crooked shade. I get it.
I know. The chat was going nuts. But that poor guy was elevating his feet for his health. I felt bad for Bobby. Hopefully he gets better and he takes his med. Bobby, take your meds, buddy. We want you around for a long time. So you got to listen to the doctor, my friend. Swollen feet is not good. So we got to keep Bobby healthy. I want to meet him. I feel bad because he's not coming to the one in T-Square. So that kind of sucks because I wanted to meet Bobby.
Me too, Rob. But hopefully he'll be at the home opener, But Bobby is at the foot doctor this morning, he said. So that's where Bobby is. So everyone, I wish Bobby the best of luck as he is hopefully on the road to recovery. Let's see. Flight Right says, waited and still couldn't get any tickets. Flight Right, if you're in my Discord and I come across extra tickets, I could send them your way. Now, these were the tickets for the other training camp practices that are not this Saturday. I know tomorrow's open for fans, and Saturday. Is Thursday open this week? I don't even know. Carly says, I'm only going if someone gives Tom Ace a ticket. Tom Ace, I got you, man. I'll get you a ticket. Don't worry. Hennessy says, where is Alan and JJ? My day's been positive so far. Alan hasn't tuned in a couple weeks. I don't know where he's at. JJ, he's out there somewhere. I don't know, though. V8 the Great is up next. V8, what do you got for us?
What's up, Jake? So you said today Aaron went 8 of 13?
According to Zach Rosenblatt, Aaron Rodgers' stats, 8 of 13.
That's
One
not
interception,
bad.
which came on a deflected Allen Lazard drop. So we can calm down with the summer of Allen for the day, as Lazard looked like 2023 Lazard today.
We hyped him up too much. But, yeah, like you were saying that, take the Jets off the helmet, this team, why can't this team compete, I saw this, actually, your boy Colin, he put us in his Super Bowl bubble when he had James Jones on. I don't know if he did that just because James Jones was there, but I don't know. Maybe Colin is finally starting to come along and realizing that this roster is actually a top-tier roster in the league.
That's not, that will never happen. Colin will never challenge any of his guests face to face.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know if you remember when Baker went on with him and Baker challenged him.
Yep. And did Colin push back? No.
But yeah, closer and closer. Who you got in the Hall of Fame game if you're gonna watch it?
I'll watch it, but like, who do I got? Like, I don't know. Like, is Caleb Williams even playing in it for the Bears? I don't even know.
I just watch it, just to, get the football jitters out. We have, besides baseball, go Dodgers. I know you're a Yankees fan, but you know, just to get the football jitters out. But it's here, man. Can't wait.
V8, soon enough, the games will count. But I will watch on Thursday, just like you, because it still is football.
Yes, sir.
Great call. V8 the Great checking in. He truly is one of the greats. Dakota says, I am in the Discord now, too. Welcome aboard. Comes with your membership to the Patreon. Keith says, Jake, if you need some players, let me know. I'm from East Harlem. I have a crew of Dominican softball players that are beasts. Keith, I should connect you with my brother. They could use some help, man. They stink. Great group of guys. Can't hit. We led 1-0 yesterday. It was their first lead in 5 games all season. And then we proceeded to get mercy ruled in 25 minutes. It was a rough one at Central Park yesterday. But shout out to Bruce for being an AsManiac, the umpire. LA says, Jake, I got a ticket available for August 8th. LA, message me off air, but if you want to just send it to me, it's just use my email in the description. That's my Ticketmaster email. And I'll make sure for any extra tickets we get for training camp, we get them in the hands of Jet fans who could use them. I probably have distributed 20 tickets so far through the first, 2 practices have been open to the fans. I know I still have 2 for tomorrow that I'll give away later. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, reminder, we tease the training camp meetup next Wednesday. We also have the granddaddy of them all, the first ever watch party for Jets Panthers on August 17th. RSVP. If you plan to attend, I think we got close to 150 people that have RSVP'd already for a preseason game. You guys are the best. Can't wait. It's going to be such a fun night. Let's see. Last chance to get in here. Do a bit of a shorter show because we got Antoine Staley from Daily News coming on at 5 today, and we'll recap all the practice action. Now, as far as Reddick goes, he wasn't there today. We had the report over the weekend about the positive talks. I talked about this earlier. I did see that the Jets can fine Hassan Reddick an additional amount of money based on a rule in the CBA. So he's fined $50K a day for every missed practice. That's in the CBA. But yesterday he became subject to an additional fine, which would be 15% of his prorated signing bonus. So yesterday, according to Samini, cost him $300,000. Now, it should be noted that 15% fine of his signing bonus is discretionary, not mandatory. So I would assume when the Jets work something out, they're able to waive that one and give it back to him. I think that is worth noting here. So I'm seeing something on Twitter. Oh, he lost $300K yesterday. It's like, he lost 50. I don't think the Jets are gonna do that. Joe Bonesy will be at the meetup on the 17th. Oh, baby. TB says, I have a ticket available tomorrow. I'll know for sure later today. You let me know. Sooner rather than later so we can get them to fans, TB. Yeti says, I realized a couple days ago Richie looks like Frenchie from The Boys. I could see it. That's a good call, Yeti. Carly says, I can't wait for T-Squared. All my friends are coming. Uh-oh. The 4% female demographic is expanding, people. Let's see. Last chance to get in. Bonesy says, Jake, the Alden pregame party is going to be sold out. Oh, it's going to be wild. Ladies and gentlemen, we end the show with a great, great caller who has just called in. He is on the line for the first time since returning from his appointment with the foot doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, the great, the incomparable, the immortal, Bobby Midnight.
Well, you know, I need to walk more to survive unless Jake is going live. Gotta elevate my leg on Bobby. Oh, guys, how you guys doing? Just got back from my doctor's appointment.
Hey,
and you would not believe what he said to me.
What did he say?
He said he's going to put me in the wound clinic, get me to the wound clinic on Friday or earlier because of my feet have wounds on it, right? But, okay, what is the one thing you tell me to do every day? What do you tell me to do every day?
Take a shower, shine your shoes.
Well, I can't. Well, the way I'm wrapped up, like he says not to take a shower. I can't do that right now.
Shine your shoes?
No, I cannot walk. I said
got no time to lose.
No, I said is
You're a
walk.
young man. You must be living.
No, walking. I asked him, is walking good for me? And he says, not right now. With your feet like that, no walking. So I was shocked.
So
but
what does he want you to do?
He wants me to, you know, elevate my legs like I've been doing, like you guys been telling me all the time. Elevate. I could walk around probably the apartment a little bit. He gave me these special shoes, like you get. He called it pre-op surgery shoes. It's like they're like Velcro and they open toe things, and at least I have those instead of just socks I could walk on, which are pretty good.
That's good. Good to hear that.
Yeah, I was shocked. Me and my brother was shocked about not walking. That was one thing I was shocked. I thought that would be first on the agenda, but he said, no, not right now. You got to heal first. You got to heal your feet first, he said.
And true to the rumor, the doctor also said for you to calm your freaky down?
No, who asked me that question?
TB said that.
No, TB, no.
Did the doctor say he wants you to live stream for 24 hours?
Not now. I'm going to do one show a day, I said.
All right. Well,
Saturday I did 2 shows a day. Oh, I'm mad. I went over the my 2 shows. So, yeah.
It sounds like things went well today, Bob.
Much better than I expected, yeah.
That's good.
But I wanted to walk. I really wanted to walk. He said, not right now. He's my doctor. I can't go against my doctor. So I was shocked.
Yeah.
Really shocked. Me and my brother were both shocked. We said, walking good for me? No, not right now. Until like the wound care takes care of me, and then I can start walking when my wounds get better.
All right. So just elevate that leg.
Yeah, elevate both legs, yes. And at nighttime, I told him what I do, put my head over my head, over my heart, my legs over my heart, and it works. It got really small when they unwrapped me. My legs did not look so swollen anymore, so that's good. That was good news. I saw Rob on before. He called in before. That was nice of him, right?
Yeah.
He's a good guy, isn't he? Do you have anybody else special on today or just you?
I'm always special, Bobby.
I mean, do you have a special guest on?
Me, I'm the special guest.
Tomorrow, I know Robbie Sabo comes on Tuesdays.
Not with the new schedule, so he'll be later
okay,
in the
not
week.
with the schedule. Oh, okay, different schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a new shirt on. See, it's green.
Good.
Got 2 red ones and 2 of these colors.
Bobby, has your merch arrived yet? Did you check the
Not
mail?
yet. I checked the mail. Nope, not yet.
All right. Well, I look forward to you being able to wear some Jake Asman Show merch.
Yeah, definitely. When I get it, I'll tell you.
Yep.
Carly said today, but my mailman did not come today. Usually we get him in the afternoon. And my brother he forgot to leave me my mail key, so he has to come tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll find out tomorrow. Definitely.
All right. Well, Bobby, you have a good day, all right?
Yeah, no problem.
Elevate that leg.
Yeah, I am right now when you get off the air. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you know I like the Yankees and the Jets. Can't believe Jake and Rodgers bet on more than just a hat on Bobby.
All right, one last call before we wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is someone who leads us with his passion for the Jets. His job in the office is not actually a real job. It's just a prop for his calls. Ladies and gentlemen, Dre joins us now. Hello, Dre. Look at that.
How you doing, Jake? It's so good to see everybody.
We got the coffee in there?
I drank it all. You can see the essence of coffee that is left. I am fully charged. I'm ready to go. As resident and owner of TD Touchdown 28 Touchdown Island, I'm super excited. But good to see that the lampshade was straight. Sad to hear about Bobby's feet, but definitely needs to keep them elevated. We'll make sure that he gets, a nurse to his house to take care of his wounds if he's having issue with his feet and all that. But we want Bobby to be very well. We need Bobby this season. That was what I think that's the key that we were missing last season. We didn't have Bobby in full Jets mode. He was still a Giants fan at the time. Now that he's incorporated and adopted us as his new team, now this is when the magic is going to happen. Saw a little bit of the Olympics, and not for nothing, Jake. As soon as they allow cornhole as an Olympic sport, I am certain that you are going to be an Olympian and a gold medalist.
I got my flag right here, Dre.
That's awesome.
B-Man could never.
Nope. See, now here's the thing. So I'm Puerto Rican, and I do cheer for the Puerto Rico team as well. Because, now I feel like I got two dogs in the fight. And if cornhole becomes an official Olympic sport or bowling, either one of those, I'm going to try out for the either American team or the Puerto Rican team. Either one. Whoever accepts me first, that's the team I'm rocking with. But I am 100% American, and I'm always going to root for America. Like we don't exclusive. We don't cut people out.
Just so you know, Nate says he'll eat a bug on the
Yeah,
air.
I saw that. That's we don't have to do that. I'm not a big fan of what is it, Fear Factor? We don't have to do that. We could find a different thing that we could do, Nate. We could find something good for you. Maybe, like if you hate oysters, we'll make you try an oyster because I always find that to be fun. But let's not eat insects unless Armageddon hits and it's like the zombie apocalypse or something like that. Then if we gotta eat bugs, the Hakuna Matata.
There was a comment I needed to bring on, Dre, to get your thoughts on this. This one's from Tom Ace, who writes in, the Jake Asman Cup is the greatest drinking vessel since the Stanley Cup. Your thoughts?
I wholeheartedly agree. And I will tell you this, my coffee has never tasted better. Like this adds like if we get Jake Asman coffee, cheers, my brother. If we get Jake Asman coffee, which will have a hint of Hennessy, I'm certain it'll have a hint of Hennessy in it.
I mean, you don't gotta tempt me with a good time.
That's fantastic. No, I'm out. I'm all fresh out here at the office. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for football. I'm so glad the pads are on. I want to see our team, and I really wish people on the offensive line would stop stepping on Aaron's foot. Like, come on, we had last year. I think what was it? Somebody, Jermaine or somebody on the defensive line, kind of grazed.
Someone stepped on his foot last summer too, and I was pissed.
Yeah, I remember that. But it's all gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. You're just testing out the feet, making sure he's good, and he's got to get his coordination back. You know what I mean? Like, so there's gonna be some rust. And
yeah. Well, bad practice like today, and we'll hear from Antoine later. Like good, because then you go back to the film, you work on some stuff, and you hold people
Yeah,
accountable.
exactly. Because that's the difference between when it's on paper and, oh, yeah, we got the greatest team on paper. Yeah, but are they a team? Like, how do they gel? Are they comfortable working with each other? And the fact that they get the training camp fights out the way, there's going to be frustration. There's going to be stuff going on. I mean, I heard about Garrett and Lazard with chirping, but it's like everybody's going to get on the same page. I have no doubt that Salah's going to do a great job getting everybody on the same page. They're all going to gel. They're going to start buying in. And once the winning starts, I'm telling you, first of all, Brees, I'm telling you right now, Brees is going to outrush McCaffrey. Like, he's going to do better. I think that because we're going to depend on the run a lot more than people think. Like, yes, Aaron's going to have. I want scorched earth Aaron Rodgers. I want Aaron to have an unbelievable year. But I think the more that Brees runs and starts gashing the defense, and then defense starts creeping up, and as soon as as soon as we get Mike Williams back, I'm telling you, that first bomb, it's going to be a play action pass to Brees, and it's going to be a bomb, or it's going to be a quick slant to Garrett, and he's just going to outrun everybody. It's going to be phenomenal.
I can't wait. Dre, excellent job out of you. I know you called in later in the show. Did you see Rodgers shout you out specifically?
No, I missed that. When did he do that?
So I opened the show. I played this. I'm just going to play it again. That's only 26 seconds long. But Rodgers actually name-checked you.
As far as my beloved Jets fans, you know what? I got to meet a great one out in Tahoe. And he's passionate just like the rest of you men and women are. And
hey, Dre, what do you think about Brock Purdy?
He's going to die.
I mean, he was talking about you. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. You know what? I've got a picture I've got to send you in the Discord. I'm gonna send it to your private message because this is like he asked me, I met Aaron Rodgers yesterday. He asked me not to make it really public or anything like that. I'm gonna send you a picture, and then I'll send you the whole backstory of that. And then I'll trust your judgment if you want to share that with the rest of the AsManiacs or not. We'll talk about that.
Dre, God bless you, man. Have a great day. Thanks for supporting the store. Love the coffee cup there. Tremendous.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dre in the office. Great way to wrap up our first show on the day. Look, here's the bottom line. A bad practice is going to happen. Jets defense is really good. Now you want to see how the offense responds tomorrow. Reading a quote from Tyler Conklin, he acknowledged Rodgers was upset during the sloppy practice. Conklin sees it as a good thing that Rodgers holds everyone accountable. It's a blessing. Notes that not every team is a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback that can do that. That's the difference. Super chat at the end here. The Iceman checks in. He writes, Salah said Reddick is going to incur the $30,000 fine. Now, here's the thing. Salah said he assumes Reddick will be fined an additional $300K for missing today's practice, in addition to the $50,000 per day. If you count up Reddick's total fines, that's $600K. Now I wonder if Salah's just saying he assumes because that's just the company line. But let's be clear here. They could waive that $300K fine. They can't waive the $50K a day ones. They could waive the signing bonus one because he's missed 15% of, 50% of the practices, whatever the rule was in the CBA we talked about earlier in the show. Either way, it's been a sizable holdout for Reddick so far. At some point, he's going to break and show up. I think the Jets are right to play hardball, too, for what it's worth. Within reason. They got to get something done to get him into camp at some point. I think they will. John says, I had to run down to the mailbox. My black Jake Asman Show polo, size large, just arrived. Fits great the size, putting it away for $817 T-squared meetup. John, that's great news. I was wearing my white one yesterday on the show, and it was great. It fits true to size. Neil will have his one arriving soon, too. So I'm excited. David says, can we end the show with, that's a Jets touchdown? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank everyone who tuned in today. I'd like to thank the 2 people in Central Park who thought I was an Olympic champion yesterday. Couldn't have done it without you. If you tuned in late, go back to the beginning. We talked a lot of Jets this afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern. Antoine Staley from the New York Daily News will join us. He'll give us an eyewitness account of today's practice where the offense struggled and Rodgers was pissed. So we'll get the breakdown from Antoine, who was at the Jet facility watching it later today. Thank you all for tuning in. Like the video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's free and it helps this show grow. Trying to get to 40K by week 1. Can't thank you all enough for your support. JETS, 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 Jets. And because you asked for it, David, who am I to say no? Let's go Jets, baby.
I formation, Carter the I-back. Rodgers under center, drops back. Lobs one, front left pylon. It is caught, Garrett Wilson. It's a Jet touchdown. Aaron Rodgers slips a magical throw to Garrett Wilson, and the Jets are on the board.
Is Brock Purdy gonna run for his life on the opener? Fuck yeah!